A very good evening to viewers out there, and welcome to another edition of another video of sports on Fauzan Harun channel. Wherever you are, greetings to you. Good night, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are, depending on the continent you are. This is a global video show, as I always tell you, depending on the continent you are. We are greeting everybody wherever you are. And today we are going to look at some transfer updates at Chelsea. Still on at Chelsea, some transfer update that we are going to analyze for that matter. And as you are all aware and being in the news for that matter, Kai Havertz is going to be announced soon, or possibly will be announced today. Kai Havertz will be announced soon, possibly, because the deal has been done. As I said in the previous show, it left with some few paperwork to conclude the deal for official announcement to be made in the light that Kai Havertz is now a Blue or a Chelsea player for that matter. And also, there are some interesting comments that has passed on over the few days with respect to Peter Cech's comment on Kepa Arrizabalaga for that matter. And before I continue with the analysis and the delicious analysis that I have to serve you on your plate, if this is your first time on the show of joining me, please do subscribe to the channel. If you are already a subscriber, please continue to preach the gospel, and tell other friends, to tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell a friend that a new channel, sports channel is on, Fauzan Harun channel for that matter. And if you are also a viewer and not a subscriber, why don't you become a subscriber so that you are served delicious sports meal every now and then to enjoy your sports for your relaxation wherever you may be. And I was coming back to the comment that Peter Cech made with respect to Kepa Arrizabalaga. Peter Cech basically made a comment that Kepa is going to stay at Chelsea. He's going to stay at Chelsea for next season, but Chelsea are in the market for a goalkeeper, right? And I see this comment to be a comment made by Peter Cech aimed at keeping the market value of Kepa Arrizabalaga, right? Remember, if comments are made in such a way that Kepa is not a good goalie or goalkeeper for that matter, any team coming to purchase him will want to pay a lower price. And so I understand Peter Cech working from the side of the technical team that he has to keep the value intact, because remember, because of the FIFA financial fair play, any money which is generated by Chelsea is going to support them in their recruitment transactions. And so he ought not to make comments which will downplay or reduce drastically reduce the value of Kepa Arrizabalaga in the crazy transfer market. And so I understand Peter Cech coming from that point. And also, there are comments coming in from Frank Leboeuf, a former Chelsea player. Excuse me. Frank Leboeuf, the former Chelsea defensive midfielder, made a comment that Kepa Arrizabalaga should be replaced. And already I've informed you of the bid that has gone in for Edouard Mendy, the Rennes goalkeeper, of 15 million pounds, almost around nearly 20 million euros. An improved bid was sent by Chelsea, and is as a result of the handiwork of Peter Cech. Peter Cech, remember, he was a former goalkeeper for Rennes, and statistically, Peter Cech compared his personal statistics with that of Edouard Mendy, and Edouard Mendy seems to be slightly taller than Peter Cech. Peter Cech is, I think, 156 centimeters, while Edouard Mendy is around, I think, 157 centimeters, and so is a good recommendation that Peter Cech made for Chelsea. So I think his comments about Kepa is part of football, whereby if you are in the management or technical team for that matter, remember Peter Cech is part of Lampard's technical team, and so he wouldn't want to make comment which will not help Chelsea in our cause to trade the goalkeeper off, to sell the goalkeeper, sorry. In NBA, they say trade off. So sorry, I'm not bringing NBA terms here. To sell him to another club for that matter to generate funds. And so it's a good comment coming from the fact that he's a management person for that matter. But Frank Lampard is speaking as a former Chelsea player and also as a football pundit for that matter. And there is difficulty of defending non-performing players. That is one difficulty of defending non-performing players. Players who don't do well. The difficulty is that you see that there are so many comments which goes contrary to each other, meaning comments are made in opposite to each other. What I mean is, you see the management on one side, registered members as like myself on one side, the sympathizers on one side, and then the technical team on one side, as well as the former players. So we tend to make comments in opposition to each other. Why am I saying that? Because Frank Leboeuf has said it bluntly clear. He has said it clearly that Kepa Arrizabalaga should be replaced. Of course, he's speaking like myself, a registered Chelsea fan for that matter, a registered Chelsea member. You see, I'm speaking for that matter like that because I need resource. And Peter Cech, judging from the position he is, can't say anything negative with respect to the player because it will affect his transfer value. If I were in the same shoes with Peter Cech, definitely, possibly I may react in that way. And so I don't blame him for that matter. And also, there are some talks going on of possibility of N'Golo Kante joining Manchester United. How can Chelsea make another mistake like that? Remember how we let Kevin De Bruyne left England and later went to Germany and back to Man City to punish us. Mo Salah went to AS Roma and came back to Liverpool, and now he's punishing us. And next season, the two players will punish us again because they are in opposite camps. And why are we letting N'Golo Kante join Manchester United? Though Chelsea need money, but I don't think Manchester United is a good destination with respect to our competitive nature that we want to put up in the coming season, for that matter. And so we shouldn't be arming our opponents. We shouldn't be giving them arms to fight us. And so, though I do recognize the fact that it's the player's decision to join the team of his choice, but be that as it may, I don't think it will be in the interest of Chelsea to let him join Manchester United for that matter. And I would prefer him joining an external club outside the EPL for that matter. And so many transfer speculations coming up. Let me let me go through some bits here. And also Declan Rice, I don't know the Declan Rice scenario, what our currently Chelsea is doing about it, because Declan Rice, I think he played Chelsea at a younger age, our academy player of Chelsea, and is fond of Chelsea. And already some Tottenham West Ham United, the Hammers fans, are urging him to stay at their club. And his heart is also bent on him leaving for Chelsea because he feels with Chelsea he has a better opportunity of landing trophies and silverware for that matter. And so I wouldn't want to, these are some of the attributes of players. They tend to go to where they think it will be easier for them to lift trophies, because the aim of playing football is to lift trophies for that matter. And just like every other career, you wish to go to the highest apex of their career, every footballer wants to lift trophies so that he can showcase it in future. And that is Peter Cech there for you. Let me do some screen display before I finalize the show for that matter. That's Peter Cech for you. Yeah, Peter Cech for you. Yeah, Peter Cech for you. So he is part of our he is our goalkeeper, Chelsea's goalkeeper's trainer. That's Peter Cech for you. He is our goalkeeper's trainer. For that matter, is our goalkeeper's trainer. And so he made such a comment with respect to Kepa Ari Zabalega for that matter. And so please, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, do well to hit the subscribe button. If you are new on the show, do it subscribe on the subscribe button, hit the red subscribe button. If you are a viewer, why don't you turn and become a subscriber? Better for you. And if you are not a subscriber, please subscribe. And if you don't subscribe, I will say thank you as well for passing through this video. And without much ado, I would like to end here by acknowledging and thanking you for spending a precious opportunity to engage with me and on this channel and share your important time with me for the day. Thank you very much, and may God may God answer your prayers wherever you are. Cheers. Hopefully we'll meet sooner than later. Bye-bye.